time you ever heard what was by definition a death metal band? I do. It was Cannibal Corpse in '94, the first Ace Ventura movie. Or how about a black metal band, or anything else you were told was something metal? And did they leave a real indelible sort of impression as to what the rest of the genre should sound like? Maybe you know where I'm going with this, but if you don't, that's okay. Macroly speaking, yeah, I just made that up. You could argue that Morbid Angel sounds pretty damn similar stylistically to Malevolent Creation. You can hear both of those and say like, why yes, death metal. Municipal Waste sounds pretty damn similar often to D.R.I, thrash. Ancient, similar to early Cradle of Filth. So I think I finally got the balls to say this, but I'll clarify first. I'm not trying to put any style down, because the fact of the matter is, like, probably 90% of what I listen to every day happens to be classified as dOoM, right? And I'd be miserable if I didn't have Godluck and Good Speed, WEEDEATER, or any Orange Goblin, or Holy Mountain, or SAINT VITUS 5, so dOoM till death. However, hot off the heels of two big releases a few days ago did I have this WTF moment, and it brought me to this. Do you remember the first dOoM band you ever heard? Because I do. It was My Dying Bride. Or, wait a minute, was it Thor's Hammer? Well, the answer to that question helps explain why I think dOoM, the name, the label, sucks. Because regardless of who it was, My Dying Bride or Thor's Hammer, I know who I heard first. So right now you're probably like, well, hell, and it was the one you heard first. Introducing the reason why dOoM is the worst, most unhelpful blanket name for a major subgenre in heavy metal. In every other genre, even if there's noticeable differences because of, like, I don't know, like the decade that it was recorded in, or real distinct sub-styles. Here's an example. Retribution, Malevolent Creation, and Dead Shall Dead Remain, Impaled. Yeah, pretty noticeably unique to each other, but they're both death metal. Beyond the Apocalypse, 1349. Pretty different from Shadowthrone, Satyricon, but you hear them and you know that they're both black metal. But in dOoM, supposedly, like if you're going by just that name, you're supposed to conclude that this new band, Coffin Storm, which so far I think's awesome, but this new thing with FENRIZ that, check out the logo, I was sure it was gonna be some kind of Agent Steel sort of speed metal type thing. But no, it's a dOoM band, in the same way, and I swear to God I said this to myself like even before I saw the promo pic, but in the same way that Witchfinder General is. Because really the single, Over Frozen Moors, what the hell is a moor, is very reminiscent of anything off Death Penalty or Friends of Hell. It's no bullshit, 80s style, riff-based heavy metal. And FENRIZ's vocals sound like Zeeb's a little too, and kind of like King Diamond's. But yeah, man, I love this song. If you like Ozzy Sabbath, if you like Merciful Fate, or Witchfinder General, you're probably gonna like Coffin Storm. But on the same day last week that news of this band dropped, so did Thornwick Hymn, the latest from My Dying Bride, off their upcoming full-length Immortal Binding. So despite both of them being labeled dOoM, they sound practically nothing alike. You listen to them, I'll link them in the description. And this is my point. Does Witchfinder General or Trouble sound anything like Primitive Man to you? Does Orange Goblin sound anything like Thor's Hammer? No way, yet they're both dOoM. Now yeah, I know there's dOoM metal, Candlemass, Solitude Eternus, but what the fuck, man? Like, you know, the math just ain't working. And believe me, I love all of these bands, and Thornwick Hymn's good. If you like My Dying Bride, it's slightly faster than what you might know on an album like Dreadful Hours. That's my favorite Bride album, but it's good. But does Leatherlung sound like My Dying Bride? Babe, both of them are dOoM, right?
Sisters call
sir, I don't think so at friggin' all. So I don't know, man. All I know is that even if it sounds a little crazy, I put all of my favorite doom bands, the kind that sound like Trouble and Saint Vitus, in the same category as Grim Reaper and Metal Church, and yes, even Agent Steel, and I call it heavy metal. And you know what, man? There is a small part of me that's wondering if the ambiguity and the direction metal might be taken as far as identity today is a good thing. Like, I feel like there's a backing off taking place on homogeneity, if you will. You know, how it still mostly is today versus how it was for so long in the beginning. Example, Blue Oyster Cult was every bit the same as Sabbath when everything was just heavy metal, even if they were sort of different. And if you want to see this maybe new direction in action, next time you're at a show, the kind with the type of people who wear battle vests. Battle vests, for anybody who doesn't know, denim vests with the patches all over them. Take a look and you'll probably see Morbid Angel right near Drop Dead, which will be right near Motorhead, with Darkthrone, Agent Steel, and then Bongzilla and Exodus, all surrounding the Giant Priest or Sodom or King Diamond one in the middle, and then probably a whole slew of smaller bands if they got a local scene. I mean, check that out. I just named a death metal band, a grind band, a rock band, a black metal band, a speed metal band, and a stoner band, or is it doom, a thrash band, and then a few straight up classic heavy metal bands. 25 years ago, you never saw that. Your vest was either purely crushed, purely black metal, or traditional heavy metal. Seldom were they ever mixed. But it's starting to seem like that's just not the case anymore. And hey, good, right? FENRIZ, he's pretty intriguing in that sense. He's done second wave black metal, Candlemassy style doom metal, crust, and now this sort of 80s style heavy metal. Hell, they, Darkthrone, have even done kind of a stretch, but new wave sort of punk when they covered Love in a Void, Susie and the Banshees on the Too Old Too Cold EP. You know, maybe the confusing doom thing's the same weird ass philosophy is the one that dictates that fucking X-Ray, Specs, and Dysphere are both punk bands. Yeah, Dysphere's pretty D-beat, and D-beat's punk, but Dysphere doesn't sound a damn thing like X-Ray. So what the hell ever, man. But alright, dude, I'm gonna shut my filthy mouth up now and shut up. But somebody in a comment coincidentally brought this up, and it related to new wave of British heavy metal in my last video, so I'll link it. But alright, lunatics, that's what I got. You got anything? If you liked the video, cool, man, maybe you can give it a thumbs up. Or if you just like hearing somebody bullshit about heavy metal, then you know what to do. Hit that fucking subscribe button. Stay tuned for more on Concrete Spew, but until then, do whatever the hell you want. I don't know. Stay heavy metal, my friends.